Thank you for using the Hausted stretcher or chair with electronic casters. We're going to be providing an overview on the intuitive electronic caster system featured on this unit. Let's start by taking a look at the pendant. When the LED light is on, both the pendant and casters are active and ready to move. If left unattended, the pendant goes to sleep. You will need to wake up the pendant. When the unit sits dormant for more than 3 minutes, the brake will engage. There will be no LED light that means your unit is not ready to perform any functions. If you push the lock button one time, the unit will be ready to perform any function. All 4 tabs will begin and be parallel to the floor. Note that there is a time delay between the pendant and the action on the blue tabs. This time delay is about 3 seconds that allow for the signal from the control on the column to send a signal to the controller on the base to respond. A good rule of thumb is the visual indicator to watch the blue tab move. Once the blue tabs have stopped, you are now in the desired mode selected via the pendant. Now additional actions can take place. Additional actions are the following: lock mode, neutral when blue tabs are parallel to the floor, or steer mode. To apply the 4-wheel braking system with the pendant, press the pendant Brake On/Off button. The LED above the button then illuminates green. All 4 pedals will lower to brake position, and the blue tabs will be down. In order to engage the braking system manually, gently depress the blue caster's pedals at any of the 4 corners of the stretchers until the pedal stops. The LED above the Brake On/Off button then illuminates green, and you will hear an audible beep. The remaining pedals will lower to brake position, and the blue tabs will be down. When brakes are applied to the chair or stretcher, all 4 casters will be locked from swiveling and rotation. To unlock the brakes with the pendant, press the pendant Brake On/Off button. The LED above the button then goes out. An audible beep will be heard, and the blue caster pedals on all 4 corners of the chair or stretcher will then automatically rise to neutral position and will be parallel to the ground. To unlock the brakes manually, gently lift the blue caster pedal at any of the 4 corners of the stretcher until the pedal stops. The LED above the Brake On/Off button then goes out, and you will hear an audible beep. Then the remaining pedals will automatically rise to neutral. When casters are in neutral, all 4 caster wheels will then rotate and swivel freely. Steer mode is when the 2 foot end tabs are in the fully up position and the 2 casters on the head end are in neutral position. This allows for straight tracking and easy steering around corners. Steer mode is activated when pressing the Steer Mode On/Off button. The LED will come on and an audible beep can be heard. The blue caster pedals at the patient foot end of the unit will automatically rise and blue pedal will be up. The patient head end caster pedals will be parallel to the ground and in neutral position. From the patient head end, push the chair forward. Both front casters will lock into steer lock position. The stretcher or chair will steer along a straight path, maneuver corners, and change direction with minimal effort. To deactivate steer mode with the pendant, press the pendant Steer Mode On/Off button. The LED above the button will go out, and an audible beep will be heard, and the blue caster's pedals in steer lock position will automatically lower to neutral. All 4 casters will now rotate and swivel freely. Make sure all 4 casters are in neutral position before manually activating the steer mode from head or foot end. When pushing from the head end, activate foot end steer mode by lifting the blue pedal upward on either head end caster until the pedal stops. Both foot end pedals will rise into steer lock position. The head end pedals will remain in neutral position. The LED above the pendant Steer Mode On/Off button will illuminate green, and an audible beep will be heard. From the patient head end, push the unit forward. Both front casters will lock into steer lock position, and the unit will be ready for transport. When pushing from the foot end, activate head end steer mode by lifting the blue pedal upward on either foot end caster until the pedal stops. Both head end pedals will rise into steer lock position. The foot end pedals will remain in neutral. The LED above the pendant Steer Mode On/Off button will illuminate green, and an audible beep will be heard. From the patient foot end, push the unit forward. Both front casters will lock into steer lock position, and the unit will be ready for transport. Depress the blue caster pedal down to the neutral position on any caster locked in steer lock position. The LED above the Steer Mode On/Off button will go out, an audible beep will be heard, and the other caster in steer lock position will automatically lower to neutral position. All 4 casters will now rotate and swivel freely. A reminder: the unit cannot be moved until the column controller or the pendant and smart caster controller in the base of the unit has received the signal from the pendant. An easy indicator of this is the movement of the blue tabs, which will take about 3 seconds. Once you see the movement, then any action can be selected from the pendant. We hope that this overview shows you how to easily maneuver your Hausted electric stretcher or chair. For any additional questions, please contact our GF customer service team at 770-368-4700.